Sister, do you know how heavy this phoenix hairpin is?
Is it suitable for me to wear, sister?
It is suitable. Much more suitable than for you. Drink it. I will take the position of Empress for you.
Why?
Because your face is in the wrong place. Why do you think Xiao Yan chose you to enter the palace back then? It was only because I was already married. He chose you. Simply because you look like me. Just a substitute.
An.
The noble consort colluded with foreign ministers with the intent to rebel. In consideration of your years of service, we shall leave your body intact.
7 years. Ha ha ha. Xiao Yan. You said you would never fail me in this lifetime. Ha ha ha. The color of your lipstick today is beautiful. It is exactly the same as the embroidery thread on my wedding dress. Good. If there is a next life, the debts owed to me, not a single one of you will escape them.
The invitation to the Crown Prince's flower viewing banquet. Your sister hasn't recovered from her cold, so you go.
Xiao Yan? What year is it now?
The 21st year of Yuan Shang. Have you slept yourself muddled? What are you laughing at?
Father. I'll go.
Just now, you?
I figured some things out.
What things?
That bad people must get their retribution. Is that the second daughter of the Wei family? She is dressed so plainly. I heard her sister is the candidate for Crown Princess. What is she doing here?
Who are you?
I am Wei Jiaoning.
The eldest daughter of the Wei family.
The second daughter.
Why didn't your sister come today?
My sister is unwell.
Why did you throw away the flower, my lady?
Flowers do not stay beautiful forever. Keeping them is pointless once they wither.
Do you have a grievance against the Crown Prince, my lady?
I wouldn't dare.
I, Qin Zhao, lack someone in my manor who speaks the truth. If you find yourself unhappy in the Eastern Palace, you might as well come to the Qin Manor to seek employment.
I do not lack employment.
Humph. Then what do you lack?
I lack a blade.
Ha ha ha. Second Lady Wei, you are far more interesting than the rumors suggest.
Have you heard of me? No.
But your elder sister is indeed mentioned quite often. I do have blades at my manor, Lady Wei. If you have the time, come to the Qin Manor and choose one.
Second sister.
You're here. The West Wing has been tidied up. By the rules of the manor, you must wake up at the hour of Mao to pay your respects. If you miss it more than 3 times, you go back to the country estate.
Thank you, sister.
Wanru. Let me make one thing clear to you today. I detest people stealing my things the most. Do not touch my clothes, my jewelry, or my people.
Did you misunderstand something, sister? I only came back to recuperate from my illness. I do not want anything.
It is best that you don't.
Second lady, the third lady looks quite pitiful.
Have you ever heard of a wolf in sheep's clothing?
Lady Wei.
Young Master Qin, you have entered the wrong courtyard. My sister lives in the eastern courtyard.
I did not go the wrong way. I came to see you.
Propriety must be maintained between men and women. Young Master Qin, scaling my courtyard wall in the dead of night.
To deliver a blade to you.
What kind of blade is this?
A blade for killing. Weren't you lacking one? Lady Wei. What I want is very simple. The Crown Prince needs eyes and ears by his side.
You want me to be a spy?
Not a spy, but an ally. Your sister is a candidate for Crown Princess. Sooner or later, the Crown Prince will win over the Wei family. Rather than waiting for your sister to become Crown Princess and deal with you, it's better for you to make the first move.
Why should I trust you?
Because I am standing here tonight, instead of outside your sister's window. And because I know you don't want to remain just the second daughter of the Wei family.
Qin Zhao. I will only cooperate with you this once.
Humph. Once is enough.
In my past life, I had no weapon, no allies, only a heart full of foolish sincerity. In this life, I have a weapon.
Zhaoning, aren't you going to congratulate me?
Congratulations, sister.
How insincere. I know you're unhappy inside. After all, at the flower viewing banquet, His Highness the Crown Prince only spoke 3 sentences to you. Ha ha ha.
Sister, you are right. 3 sentences. The first sentence was asking who I was. The second sentence was asking if I was the eldest daughter of the Wei family. The third sentence was asking why you didn't come. His Highness has only sister in his heart. I am happy for you, sister.
The Crown Prince has arrived.
Second sister, how could you throw away the flower His Highness the Crown Prince gave you last time?
Zhaoning, how dare you throw away a flower bestowed by His Highness?
Your Highness, I did not throw the flower away, but returned it.
Returned it.
The begonia is a divine flower, most suitable to be offered before the Buddha. On your Highness's behalf, I offered that flower before the Buddha at Puji Temple. Receiving incense daily, it is far better than withering away on my desk. I presume to pray for your Highness's blessings.
You certainly have a way with words.
I dare not, your Highness.
Second sister, do you know why I returned to the manor?
I'm not interested.
Before my mother died, she told me that back then, it was the first wife who forced her to move to the manor. And it was also the legitimate mother who forced her to register her biological daughter under someone else's name. So, second sister, the Wei family owes me a great deal.
You've got the wrong person. Go tell my father.
I already told him. He said there is a difference between legitimate and concubine-born offspring, and told me to know my place. But second sister, the things the Wei family owes me, I will take them back, no matter what. I will take your position as the legitimate daughter, and I will take the position of crown princess even more. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at your naivety. Do you think the position of crown princess is won by fighting? It is chosen. When the crown prince chooses a consort, he chooses the family background behind her, not the person herself. Even if you manage to fight your way in front of the crown prince, so what? He will only spare you an extra glance. The choice of crown princess will ultimately come from an imperial decree, and that decree is the result of political maneuvering in the imperial court.
Then what about you?
Why don't you fight for the position of crown princess? I don't want it.
You don't want it?
Wei Wanru, the things I want are far beyond your reach.
I asked you to keep an eye on the Wei family. What is the result? Lord Wei is hedging his bets on both sides. The eldest daughter is intended for your highness as the crown princess, but there has been no movement regarding his second daughter so far. Perhaps he has other arrangements. In your opinion, if we are to choose a crown princess, which of the two daughters is more suitable? The eldest daughter of the Wei family is intelligent and bright, but her mind is too shallow. The second daughter is quiet, making it hard to read her depth. She is either foolish or extremely clever. Those who can endure too much have minds that run too deep. Let's put the matter of the crown princess aside for now. Keep an eye on her.
Thank you for not crying out, Miss Wei.
I only found out today that Lord Qin can come and go as he pleases in the palace.
My father is the Marquis of Jinbei. My mother is the late Emperor's sister. The Empress Dowager is my aunt.
The heir to the Marquis of Jinbei. What are you after? Acting as an informant in the Eastern Palace?
Then what are you after? Wei Zhaoning, I bear you no ill will.
I have no enemies. Only bargaining chips.
Then what kind of chess piece do you take me for?
I don't know your true colors yet.
You will soon. Come with me to a certain place on mid-autumn night.
Where is that? The private residence of your sister's fiancé.
The private residence of Zhou Qian, Vice Minister of the Ministry of Revenue.
You brought me here in the middle of the night just to look at my future brother-in-law's private residence?
Look down.
How could she?
Keep watching.
What is she giving him?
A land deed. An estate about 10 miles south of the city. It was originally part of your mother's dowry.
She is giving the land deed to Zhou Qian. Why?
Zhou Qian has been short on money lately. He secretly embezzled a sum of money meant for repairing river dikes, and the imperial censors are keeping a close eye on him. Your half-sister chose mid-autumn night to use the Wei family's land deed in exchange for a favor from Zhou Qian.
What favor?
After marrying your sister, Zhou Qian must divorce her at the very first opportunity. Once Zhou Qian divorces her, your sister's reputation as the legitimate daughter will be ruined. A divorced legitimate daughter would never become the crown princess, and even decent families might not want her. When that time comes, the only remaining daughter of the Wei family with an unsullied reputation will be her.
She doesn't want to marry Zhou Qian. She wants to be the only daughter left in the Wei family.
Such scheming. How does she compare to your sister?
Qin Zhao, do something for me. Isn't Zhou Qian short on money? Send him a sum of money. Tell him he doesn't need to pay it back. The condition is that he must marry Wei Wanru. Since she wants to get married so badly, then let her marry him. Didn't she say the Wei family owed her? I will pay her back on their behalf. This taste is just like the poisoned wine I swallowed in my past life.
Young Master Ju said, the previous marriage agreement with your household was only verbal, with no formal documents. The Ju family wishes to use the traditional 3 letters and 6 rights to formally wed the third miss as his primary wife.
When did you hook up with Zhou Qian?
I didn't.
You didn't what? You didn't go to his private residence in the middle of the night? You didn't give him the land deed? You didn't ask him to divorce me?
Was it you?
I don't understand what you are saying, third sister.
It was you in front of Zhou Qian.
What do your affairs with young Master Zhou have to do with me? Take care, third sister.
Don't get too smug. When you emptied out my dowry in our past life,
You didn't look this aggrieved. In this life, your grand wedding is my gift to you.
By grace of heaven, the Emperor decrees, the eldest daughter of the Wei family possesses a virtuous and gentle character and is hereby crowned as the crown princess. Respect this. Furthermore, by imperial command, the second daughter of the Wei family possesses a sharp and clever nature and shall enter the Eastern Palace as a consort. Respect this. A double blessing for your household, Lord Wei. Why haven't you accepted the decree and expressed your gratitude?
This subject accepts the decree and thanks your majesty.
You are truly blessed, sister.
See you in the Eastern Palace, sister.
Did you think I was Qin Zhao?
Shouldn't your highness be in my sister's room?
She is asleep. Yet, you didn't wait for me.
It is the rule that your highness does not come. I dare not overstep the rules.
Dare not overstep. This dagger belongs to Qin Zhao.
Why is it in your dressing case?
Rise. I didn't tell you to kneel. I only have one question for you. When did you and Qin Zhao start?
What are you saying, your highness? I do not understand.
Wei Xiaoning, marrying your elder sister was by imperial decree, but marrying you was my own request. I just don't know if you are truly foolish or only playing dumb.
Xiao Yan knows this dagger is mine.
Are you mad?
I already told him in my secret letter. He didn't go to your room that night to interrogate you. He went to confirm one thing. To confirm whether you and I have truly allied.
What on earth are you doing?
Xiao Yan has been investigating the spies in the palace. My father, the Marquis of Zhenbei, is the Empress Dowager's man. The Empress Dowager and the Empress do not get along. Some in the court are instigating the third prince to usurp the throne. They needed to plant a mole in the Eastern Palace. They chose me. But I have no intention of risking my life for them. The Crown Prince's proposal for disaster relief was drafted by the Minister of Revenue. The Marquis of Zhenbei discovered that the Minister of Revenue embezzled 20,000 pickles of relief grain. The Marquis of Zhenbei's estate is only waiting for one person, waiting for the Crown Prince to discover it himself, waiting until he has no way out in court, so the Marquis of Zhenbei's estate can step in to offer timely help. Then, the Crown Prince will owe us his life.
You want to win over Xiao Yan?
No, it is you. You are the Crown Prince's consort. Your elder sister is the Crown Princess. If there is a shift in the court in the future, the Wei family will drag the Crown Prince, you, and your sister down with them. If you want to escape unscathed, you must side with the Crown Prince. The dagger of the Marquis of Zhenbei's estate is your bargaining chip. Wei Xiaoning, I am not asking you to join me. I am showing you a way out. What is the point of fighting for the position of Crown Princess? You saw what happened to your half-sister that night. It cannot be protected. Only by keeping your life can you talk about anything else.
What is your goal?
I have only one goal. Ever since my father died on the northern frontier 10 years ago, I have always wanted to do one thing. I want the downfall of the third prince. I told you on the Mid-Autumn Festival. I bear no ill will toward you. I haven't said those words to another soul in 10 years.
Oh. How did you?
Run.
Zhaoning. Protect the Crown Prince. Oh.
Zhaoning. You are truly blessed to have survived.
Are you here to visit me, sister?
I came to ask you something. How did you end up running into the woods where the Crown Prince was assassinated? The hunting grounds were heavily guarded. How did you, a mere side consort, reach the dense forest? This was found near your wound. The waist token of the Wei family guards. Father sent you to follow the Crown Prince into the woods, didn't he? On the day the Crown Prince was assassinated, Father was the one who provided the hunting route. You were the one who lured the assassins there. Father has always wanted to hedge his bets. Seeing the Crown Prince's growing power, he wanted you, the side consort, to take the credit and do the Crown Prince a favor. The Wei family loses nothing.
What do you plan to do, sister?
I will do nothing. I am only here to remind you that you owe me your life. Whether you have a place to stand in the palace depends entirely on whether I choose to expose you.
Sister, do you remember when we were young? I pushed you into the lotus pond? You were 7, and I was 5. You insisted on taking my kite, so I pushed you. Father forced me to kneel in the ancestral hall all night. You sneaked in at midnight and slipped me a steamed bun.
Zhaoning.
Sister, the kindness of that steamed bun I gave you buys you one chance in this lifetime. Do not waste it. My lady, something terrible has happened. The eldest miss has declined the position of crown princess and said she wants to yield the primary position to you. The palace is abuzz with the news. How could she? She has a childhood sweetheart in the Southern Army. She was forced to give her up back then. In my past life, he hated me for a lifetime because of this. In this life, I am pushing him back to her. Then what about the position of crown princess? I don't want it. My lady, what I want has never been that position. What I want is to walk out of here alive. The third prince rebelled. The evidence is irrefutable. His entire family has been imprisoned. The Empress Dowager has retired to the secondary palace. Qin Zhao, the Marquis of Jinbei, succeeded in supporting the crown prince. He was in theft as the Duke of Ding. He did it.
Wei Zhaoning.
How does the Duke of Ding have time to visit my remote corner?
I have done everything I promised you.
What did you promise me?
To help you get the blade.
And to help you survive.
Your Highness has been standing there for half an hour.
A new protectorate has been established in the Northern Territory. It lacks a governor-general.
Is your Highness going?
Not me. I was thinking if I should let you go.
On the day you proposed to marry me, were you afraid I would run away? Xiao Yan. In my past life, I guarded an empty palace for you for 7 years. In this life, I will guard it no longer.
Governor-General of the Northern Protectorate. Qin Zhao will lead the army, and you will accompany him. This is the appointment document. He is waiting for you outside.
Where are we going?
To the Northern Territory. Didn't we agree to cooperate only once?
Then this cooperation has no time limit.
What do you mean?
Ha ha ha. It means I don't plan to let you go alone.
In my past life, I was trapped in a palace and never walked out until my death. In this lifetime, I want to go to a very distant place. He carries a blade, carrying blood and 7 years of memories, living once again. This time, he does not wait for someone to save him. He himself is the one wielding the blade.